Well, good morning. It is around 8:30 and we're on the North Yorkshire moors. To be more specific, we're in Goathland and we're doing something a little bit different today. We're doing a day hike to check out some new spots and then we're heading to an old favourite, Skeleton Tower, to do a camp. It's the 9th of December and it's very windy and very cold. The wind does die down later on, but it picks up again in the morning, so there won't be much of a video in the morning. We're just going to be up pitching and getting off. We're parking not far from the spot, we're only about 20 minutes away, so should be good. So yeah, today's route is 8.5 mile reach. Yeah, so as you can see, I got Richie with me. No John today, John's working. Yeah, you can hear that wind, it's very, very cold. So yeah, it should be good though to find some new routes, should be interesting. Right, so as you saw, we just walked past Malyon Spout, nice little waterfall. Right, so we've just reached Two House Rig. Looking very bleak on the moors. Thankfully this wind calms down later. So as you can see, the paths are brilliant. Started off really good, but now it's just turned into a bit of a bog fest. A lot of them are flooded, full of water and very boggy. So that's where we're heading, over there. You can sort of see the cairn. So I think we may be getting wet feet. Yeah, well this is meant to be the path, so it's more like a pond. So as you can see, we have just reached Standing Stones. Over there, one main one here. God, it's really windy up here. So we just got back into Goathland, and that's 9 miles we've done today. Right, so we've just driven from Goathland to Levisham and then down towards Levisham station, and we're coming in the back route to Skeleton Tower. So about 20 minutes and we'll be there. It's 2 o'clock now, so 2:30, and the spot that we're looking to get pitched up in is well out the way, well sheltered, so should be able to pitch up straight away without any problems. Right, so it's just gone 3 o'clock and we're pitched up, and the spot we're in is brilliant. Very light winds and a decent amount of space. Our pegs, and we couldn't get them in the ground very well. So I'm in my light wave T10 Raid, just for the simple fact is it's a tunnel and it needs 4 pegs to pitch. It doesn't rely on its pegs exclusively like your mid kind of shelters do, or your Trail Star, where you need excellent pegging points, otherwise they don't hold at all. So yeah, and Rich is in his Terra Nova Voyager Ultra 2. Nice tent, that expensive tent, that. Very expensive. So yeah, it's a nice tent, carbon fibre outer, carbon fibre ground sheet. Semi-geodesic, so can handle a decent amount of weather. My tunnel can handle a decent amount of weather, but it needs pitching in the correct direction, because if it gets broadsided, then it doesn't handle the weather well at all. It'll start to collapse. So I pitch my tent with a rear facing south, which is what the wind's going to be later on. So yeah, it's surprising how quick we're losing the light. As you can see, the sun's there. I'm not even sure it's going to come round and we're going to get any kind of sunset. In the morning the weather's meant to be appalling, 45-mile-an-hour winds and torrential rain, so we definitely won't get a sunrise. So yeah, as you can see, a few spots over there, but I didn't really want to be pitched directly under a tree. Get a bit of wind and a branch snaps and that's your tent ruined. So I won't be cooking for a couple of hours. As you saw, we stopped in Goathland and had a nice scone, a cup of coffee. I've brought my chair as usual now, nice and comfy in the winter, all my nice warm down gear. And there's my quilt. You didn't quite see it last time because it was in a bivvy. That's the Enlightened Equipment Revelation Zero. It's got the weatherproof strips on it, so when your quilt touches the tent inner, it gets a little bit of a condensation on it. The weatherproof strips make sure it doesn't soak through, which is always good, especially when you're in a small tent like this, because it's a very small, and that's a large Thermarest Extherm, and it pretty much fills the entire tent. But yeah, small footprint, so you can pitch it in many places, and like I say, it's pretty weatherproof. I've had this in 40-mile-an-hour winds before, and it was fine. Right, so as usual, bit of camp kitchen going. It's 5:30, and as you can see, it is very, very dark. But as you can hear, the wind has dropped to nothing, which is absolutely spot on because it's very cold, and I imagine the wind chill would be dragging a lot of temperature away from us if it was windy. So, yep, just got a bit of Chilean rice on the go there. As you can see, that's the moon up there. It is very, very bright. I've got my temperature gauge outside, so let's see what that is. Wind. Well, there you go. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, it's difficult. It is actually 0.5 degree. And it's down, it has been down to normal 0. So yeah, very chilly. Very chilly, no pun intended. Chilly and chilly. Well, I'd say it's very cold. It's actually dropped down to -5, and since I brought the thermometer into the tent, it's actually -3.9. So, as you can see, everything is frozen. Trousers frozen, socks frozen, boots frozen. Right, well it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Been awake for about the last 2 hours. Due to the winds, it's shaking the tent. It sounds awful out there, so we're going to give it half an hour and then we're going to get packed up and get gone. Just wait until it gets a little bit lighter because it's pitch black at the moment and the sun's up in about 45 minutes. So I reckon by the time we're all packed up it should be getting light. But yeah, the wind's just going to be getting worse. As you can hear. So yeah, it's going to get worse than this as well within the next couple of hours. So we're only 20 minutes away from the car, so it'll be a nice short hike across the moors, and in this weather I'll be thankful of that. Enjoyed last night, winds dropped off nice and sharp.